Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurulmitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं दैवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयं मुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय श्री श्री राधा गिरधारी भगवान जी की जय जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हिज होलिनेस महाविष्णु गोस्वामी महाराज की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंद हरे हरे बोल. So Hare Krishna devotees. So today we are studying Bhagavad Gita verse chapter 11 verse 3. So we sort of did it, but I will repeat this again my realization, and then Sanjay Prabhu, you can also share your realization. So first we'll recite the verse. एवम् एताद् यतथात्वा आत्मानां परमेश्वर द्रष्टुम् इच्छामि ते रूपम् ऐश्वरं पुरुषोत्तम एवम् एताद् यतथात्वाम् आत्मानां परमेश्वर द्रष्टुम् इच्छामि ते रूपम् ऐश्वरं पुरुषोत्तम. और वर्ड टू वर्ड सिनोनिम्स ट्रांसलेशन प्रपद जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. एवं thus एतत् this यथा as it is atha have spoken tvam you atmanam yourself parameshwara param ishvara o supreme lord drashtum to see ichhami I wish te yours rupam form aishwaram divine purushottama o best of personalities. So, thus this, as it is, have spoken you yourself, O Supreme Lord, to see I wish your form divine, O best of personalities. Translation. O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see you here before me in your actual position, as you have described yourself, I wish to see how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours. Purport. The Lord said that because he entered into the material universe by his personal representation, the cosmic manifestation has been made possible and is going on. Now, as far as Arjuna is concerned, he is inspired by the statements of Krishna. But in order to convince others in the future who may think that Krishna is an ordinary person, Arjuna desired to see him actually in his universal form, to see how he is acting from within the universe. Although he is apart from it, Arjuna addressing the Lord as a Purushottama is also significant. Since the Lord is the supreme personality of Godhead, he is present within Arjuna himself. Therefore, he knows the desire of Arjun, and he can understand that Arjun has no special desire to see him in his universal form. For Arjun is completely satisfied to see him in his personal form of Krishna. But the Lord can understand also that Arjun wants to see the universal form to convince others. Arjun did not have any personal desire for confirmation. Krishna also understands that Arjun wants to see the universal form to set a criterion. For in the future, there would be so many imposters, who would pose themselves as incarnation of God. The people, therefore, should be careful. One who claims to be Krishna should be prepared to show his universal form to confirm his claim to the people. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, just what I understood from this verse here, in this verse, Arjuna is actually requesting Krishna uh, to see his actually universal form, uh, although Krishna is actually present in front of him, in his original form. So, Srila Prabhupada has given very important purport here, and there are quite a few points I think I thought would be very good as far as the preaching is concerned. The first, as we know, that Krishna is present everywhere. In his one of as he expands and he actually enters into heart of all the living entities at Paramatma, and he has also entered into this cosmic manifestation. So he's present within each and every item, living and non-living, as we know. So he's everywhere. So that, but Krishna, he is saying that, Arjuna is saying that he desired to see Krishna's universal form. So it is very important to understand that Srila Prabhupada has made it very clear that Arjuna do not have that desire to see him in his universal form. Uh, as Arjun is a pure devotee. And in the past, I think Ambrish Prabhu also confirmed this fact that the pure devotee of Lord, they only focus on the original Sarup, original form of the Krishna, that is a three bending Sham Sundar form in Golok Vrindavan. They meditate on that and they are fully focused on the lotus feet of Krishna. So, and if you want to actually, progress on this path of uh, devotional service and actually, and if you want to achieve that ultimate goal, then we should also focus on the original form of Krishna. But here, Srila Prabhupada says that as a Paramatma, Krishna present in everyone's heart. He knows everyone's desire, what's going on, what they want, what they desire. So he also knows Arjuna. And Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna knows that Arjuna do not have any special desire, but he still want to see uh, Krishna in his universal form and how he's actually managing all these things, cosmic manifestation from the within. That is very nicely explained in the chapter 9. The reason behind this, because Arjuna wanted to do this because he's actually concerned what will happen in the future. That because the ordinary people, who are always under the illusion, always under this three modes of material nature, they may not recognize the actually Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead. They may think that Krishna, because he looks like a normal human being, he's also ordinary. To make sure they do not commit this offense, he wanted to actually is requesting Krishna to show his universal form. And here, Srila Prabhupada has also made it clear that he's saying that he's set a criterion, that in the future, as we know, even now we see that there are so many people, who actually claim to be actually God. Even they are just actually cheaters, they try to actually misguide people and try to actually scam the money out of them or whatever. So any imposters like that, if somebody is claiming that he is the God, then he must be prepared to show his universal form, as actually Krishna has done it here. So this is very important, actually, I thought, from the preaching point of view, that if somebody is claiming, because a lot of people believe in a lot of different, sadhus and all that, who are not real sadhus, who are just actually cheating people. So this is a good point. Srila Prabhupada say that they should be prepared to show his universal form. So that is actually, I thought, is an important point from the preaching point of view. And also as a devotees, we have to be very, very actually clear. We should be always attracted to the original Sarup. We should not be very much interested in the universal form, but we should have the knowledge about the universal form and how Krishna is actually present everywhere. So that is actually takeaway point for me. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Shishal Prabhu, for your nice realization and these points. And thank you, His Grace Samrish Prabhu, Her Grace Punpuragya Devi Dasi Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhu for giving us the chance to share our realization on this wonderful platform. And yeah, so thank you, Prabhuji. Now, uh, there is only a couple of translations are different, but they're not making different meaning here from new and the old version of Bhagavad Gita, where in the original one saying Atmanam, sorry, Atmanam is the soul, and the newer one is saying yourself. Um, so when it comes to translation, is similar. So as we discussed previously, that Krishna's original form is two-handed Shyam Sundar form, and his universal form is very frightening. So here Arjuna asking that Krishna to show him his universal form. And as Srila Prabhupada explained that Arjuna is totally satisfied with Krishna's personal form, but to convince others, he's asking, like Srila Prabhu has shared, that in coming, you could see that in coming time, like in Kali Yuga, people don't convince, like they don't, and they commit offenses. So, and yes, we know that we think that something big or different looking or showing many powers is God, because we all have this tendency, or because when we see the God is looking like a human being, is not people not convinced, you know. So in something that extraordinary, you know, that is our tendency, that people in deep down also, that we don't convince us, we're not convinced that Krishna is that looking or Krishna is God. So in that point of view, Arjuna is asking Lord Krishna to show his universal forms that is extraordinary and very frightening. So nobody else can show that form. So, and because in material world we see a lot of natural calamities, war, fighting, accidents, all these incidents and situation make us believe that if God is there, he will be something looking like abnormal, like looking extraordinary and frightening. Um, so yeah, this is and another point that people will commit offenses, as Shri Prabhu also mentioned that. And I remember that um, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, when he before he took sannyas, people wasn't taking him, and they were committing offenses when Lord goes into trance, when he when he remembers Vrindavan pastimes and chanting gopis' names. So people were thinking that he gone mad, or uh, something, he's fallen or something, because he was in Grahastha ashram. But then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, because sannyas is everyone pay respect. So at least people won't commit offenses against on the lotus feet of the Lord. So the same, like similar point here, that to avoid people's committing offenses, um, Arjuna is requesting Lord Krishna to show his universal form. So um, in coming time, people can see that who's God. And the second point is people posing themselves as incarnation of gods, right? Then they should show the universal form because only Supreme Lord or Supreme God can show this form. And Krishna performs so many different extraordinary pastimes which normal human being cannot imagine. So in this regard, we can understand that Krishna has inconceivable potencies, you know, and no living being or no living entity can equal to him. So this is the main point that I have realized, that to differentiate or to show us that what's the power of the God is. Previous chapter Lord has showed explained his opulences. That he is in the taste of water, and he's the light of sun and moon. All so many opulences, but it's only who's a devotee, a pure devotee, they can realize from those opulences, because our conditioning is such that, well, my conditioning is such that I'm not able to see it. I have to remind myself when we uh, drinking water, or when we going to the beach, or we seeing the sun or moon. So I have to remind myself, oh, Krishna said that. So it's not coming naturally. So pure devotees are different. So it comes naturally for them. So yeah, so these 2 points I have realized from this verse. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna devotees, I'm not prepared. I was just around, so I thought just see what's happening. That's why I'm here. So I'm not going to share relation to, but I'm not prepared. Thank you. So Pan Prabhu trying to speak, his mic is not muted. Hare Krishna Supan Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण
आपका
प्रभु।
आवाज नहीं आ रहा, आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है।
नहीं मैंने ऑलरेडी दिया लास्ट वीक।
ओह, लास्ट वीक
रिपीटेशन है प्रभु जी।
ओह, ओके।
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I think if nobody else is sharing the realization, should we conclude? Hare Krishna, Chital Prabhu.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Is anybody going to share the realization? So Pan Prabhu has already done that. Avinash Prabhu?
No, I just came here to hear all of you. So I thought, yeah, it was.
ठीक है प्रभु जी then. So Should we conclude this session then? Or anybody have any questions?
No problem.
Anyone can ask questions to the people who have shared the realization, or people who have shared the realization, they can ask question to the audience as well. As Vishpu always says. No? Okay, then. I will stop the recording, and then if you want to have a general discussion, you can have that. Jai. Shri Shri Radha Gadari Bhagwan ki jai. Jagadguru
Jai.
Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Shri
Jai.
Gurudev ki jai.
Jai.
Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari
Hare
Bol.
Hare. Hare Krishna.